How y'all
Wait,
feeling?
Hey, good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Soapboxing Podcast. I'm your girl Jiffy, and we got some very special guests today, and I'm so excited. But give me 1 second. Let me introduce the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Soap Boxing Podcast.
Who did you turn professional with?
All right, hey y'all. What's up?
how's it
Yeah.
going?
What's going on? Everybody introduce themselves. We'll start with go this way. Wait, this way. You
All
first.
right, my name is Isaac Torres. Fighting out of Houston, Texas, Main Street Boxing.
What weight you fight at?
I'm fighting at 135. This fight, October 6th.
All right, cool. How many fights you got?
I got 10. I'm 8-1-1.
Cool. All right. We can go down.
Let's go, Eduardo.
Eduardo Garcia, Houston, Texas, born and raised. Fight out of Main Street, 10-0, 9-0, going for 10-0 on Thursday.
Yeah.
Fight at 142 this fight. So for a title, it'd probably be 140.
Okay, cool.
And
Lit.
I'm from Cuba. 26 old. I'm about to make my pro debut. 145 pounder. So I'm excited.
I'm excited. How y'all feeling? How many days we out from the fight?
Are you including today or not?
Come on now, y'all don't have to get technical. How many days
We
are
got
we
5
out
days.
from
We
the
5 days
fight?
out. 5 days out.
I'm like, dang. Okay, so we counting weight loss days or what?
Yeah.
Do y'all ever get nervous before a fight, or how's it feel?
Oh,
Anybody can
Isaac,
answer.
come on,
Y'all
Isaac.
just tag.
I mean, I always get nervous. I think it is. I think it's something that everyone should go through. I mean, you turn those nerves into some type of positive energy. But yeah, I would think anyone would get nervous before a fight.
I wonder if anybody doesn't get nervous.
They say, I've met some people that say that they've like never got nervous. They'll get more nervous in sparring or whatever. I don't know. I don't really buy it, but they say it.
I was gonna say, are they winners or?
Yeah, I guess now that you mention it, they never had too much fights, right? They maybe had like two or three amateur fights, two or three pro fights, and that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good point.
Or probably don't care that we
Yeah,
lose or like
that could be
whatever.
another thing.
that
Have to
makes
get
sense too. Because if your like anxiety or your nerves is not heightened, and it's like you don't
You
give
don't
a
really
fuck.
care, right?
Yeah.
You have to
Like,
put your life on the line, like for other people's entertainment. I don't see why you wouldn't care.
in
Yeah.
front of your family and your people too.
I don't,
Yeah.
After
Do y'all
all
feel
the
like it's a lot of pressure?
nah.
I think it just depends on where you fight at. I mean, like if I fight back at home in the valley, yeah, there's a lot of pressure on me. I mean, I would think that there would be pressure on Eduardo, knowing that he's the main event and he's fighting in front of his hometown and his people.
yeah, I'd say a little bit. But kind of like what Isaac said earlier, without that little extra stress, I
Yeah.
think that's a good thing. Some people fold under it though, so I do think it's something that you gotta get used to. And some people just got it, some people just don't. Some people freeze under
Yeah.
certain type of pressures like that.
Lazaro, this is your first fight, so how do you feel?
I feel a little nervous. I feel a little nervous, but I work hard, and I prepare hard, and I know I gave it all. So um, I know I'm gonna come up on top, and the result's gonna be good.
Yeah.
But all I
So
can do right now,
what? I can't hear you.
no, I say that all I can do right now is just stay locked in, and do what I have to do.
Yeah, of course. So, for those of you who don't know, all of these guys are my stablemates. We all train together. Yay! We all have the same coaches, Bobby Benson and Aaron Navarro. Um, and I don't know, would y'all say like that it's kind of like a team feeling at Maine, or is it like every man for himself?
No, definitely like a team. I feel like everyone loves each other in that gym. We all try to help each other out. That was one of the biggest things that I noticed when I came to Houston and I came to Main Street Boxing. That everyone is united. Everyone is together. There, we all support each other. And when we're coming into a fight like this with four people from the same gym fighting on that same card, I mean, I think that helps us a lot more because all of our we have all of our team there. We have a unity. I mean, the backstage when we're getting our hands wrapped, we're all going to be with each other. So I think that us all fighting on the same card together is going to benefit everybody.
Yep.
Okay.
Have y'all ever heard like some people hate on Main Street Boxing?
Oh, all the
N-
time.
Not for any good reason though.
Yeah.
What do you hear?
I've heard some stuff like, "Oh, you're over there. Like, why are you over there?" They just care about like their champions, which they're
Right. I've
talking
heard
about
that.
Regis and Shock and stuff. Like, and I'm just like, hey man, like I go over there because Coach Aaron and Bobby have shown me love from the very beginning. So like, I mean, and then plus you got champions at Main Street. I'm not planning on. They're doing something right. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They got
Right.
world champions. They're doing something right.
yeah,
Facts.
and we got Lincho for support, and we got Hollywood for strength and conditioning. I don't know. I've heard people say like, "Oh, Main Street is just like a hype gym. It's just like a social media gym." And I'm like, okay. A lot of people ask me
We
why
also
I'm there
got
too,
Houston.
especially since I've had like some losses. But I'm like, I'm not leaving. I'm sorry. Mm.
Yeah.
I don't even think we'd be a good
It's a
social
team
media gym.
environment.
I didn't think our gym was very social media esque
Yeah.
or
You
whatever.
don't see
Yeah.
a lot
Like,
of people
Or yeah,
pull out their phones and stuff. I mean, we
right,
have cameramen there sometimes, but it's like if we promoting a fight or something.
right. It's not like to show like guys bullshitting around or whatever. It's just what we do.
Yeah.
Lencho, Lencho is or promotion or marketing.
Oh yeah. Look, Joe, look, sometimes I'm like really excited that he asked to take pictures because
Yeah,
I rarely like have the opportunity to take pictures because I'm
Yeah.
training. So
Yeah.
like I'm grateful, when somebody's like, oh, let me get a picture or a video, or like if I have Val, from ringside views come. But other than that, like I probably won't get anything, because Bobby is the
same.
main one who was like, man, put that shit down, like focus.
Yeah.
And
No
everybody
shit.
their own stuff. So it's like nobody got time to,
Right.
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah,
I
we
feel the same way, man.
what So I want to know like some background about y'all. And maybe not just me, maybe like, the people. Maybe they want to know. Like how long has everybody been boxing? Are you signed to a promotion or have a manager or were you in the past? What got you into boxing? Like just things like that. And y'all can just kind of like piggyback off of each other and just have conversation. And I think Derek is in now, so I'm gonna let him in.
There we go.
There you go.
There you go.
Hey, good morning.
I was hearing y'all. I just couldn't take part. What's up, fellas?
What's up,
What's
Derek?
going on, Derek?
Now look, I really can't be here, but being as Eduardo's my favorite fighter, and every time he comes on the show, I'm never here, man. I said he's gonna think I'm lying to him. Let me get my ass up and on this computer, man.
Oh
Well,
man.
we appreciate you blessing us with your presence because
Oh, for sure.
Eduardo's your favorite fighter. The
Hey,
fuck?
Hey, that's
represent.
my dude, man. I'm telling y'all, I was telling them boys that next fight up. I said, man, when Eduardo gonna be y'all gonna let him main event, man. I see y'all letting people main event, man. What's going on? So I kind of helped put the screws on their ass, I think.
That's what
There
I'm
you
talking
go.
about,
Oh,
man.
okay.
Shit,
He
appreciate
pulled the
that.
strings. That's the
Hey,
reason why you have a main event.
that's the
Look,
reason.
it's all
Okay,
about stroke, man. It's all about.
that's it.
I don't believe I met you other guys, man.
Yeah, so
No, probably not.
they're gonna start well, they already like introduced themselves, their name and stuff, but they're gonna start telling us about their background, how they got started in boxing, how long they've been boxing, their record, like stuff like that. If they've been signed or if they are signed. So we can start with Isaac.
So I started back in the martial arts when I was 4 years old. I have a black belt in Taekwondo and Short Ryu. Um, Started boxing because in the martial arts and karate, they don't go by weight class; they only go by age and belt ranking. So I would fight guys that were like, I would say, a whole foot taller than me, and I'd be getting kicked by these guys. So I tried boxing, and when I was 9 years old, I started boxing. Won my first national title in 2004 in the silver gloves. Ended up winning multiple national titles after that. In 2012, I made the Olympic trials. I did obviously didn't make it, but I was an alternate. Turned pro in 2012. Had a first junior world title fight at in 2014 or 2015, I think. But then I was in a car accident when I was in school. Uh, and that kept me out for about 5 years. And then, just trying to get back into it, it was really, really hard. And when I moved to Houston, that's when I started getting back into it. And I'm glad that I'm finally disciplined enough to keep the weight down and, keep the training going and stuff like that.
How long has it been since you fought?
So my last fight was 3.5 years ago. Then COVID hit. I had a few fights scheduled, but then COVID happened, and during that time, I just blew up in weight. So then I ended up not taking any of those fights, and then just trying to make ends meet. Just making a living. I had to work, stuff like that. Just life got in the way.
Yeah.
That happens.
How does it feel to just finally be back? Like, do you feel like it's destined, like you're just supposed to be fighting, or like this is just something that you really want to do and see how it goes?
Well, I love boxing. I've been boxing all my life. This is basically all I know. I have a degree, but this is all I know. This is all I want to do. This is what I want to do later on as well, having a gym and stuff like that. I just feel like, you know, I was so good in the amateurs for me, and then as a pro, for me not to show anything for it, that's what bothers me a lot. And I feel like I have unfinished business in this sport.
Right. If you stop now, it feel like all that was for nothing, huh?
Exactly.
I'm on the exact same boat as I. Even if I wanted to
Yeah,
call it quits, if I wanted to, hypothetically, like I'm in too deep now. I'm not about to do
yeah,
all that fucking work and not get paid for it, or not at
yeah,
least give it my best shot.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Li-
cool.
Like Isaac, I'm 16, 17 years deep or coming up on.
Exactly.
So, I mean, I've been doing this shit since I was 9, back in 2007 ish.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like kind of like Isaac, I had a few national titles. Was alternate for the for USA at the Pan Am Games. Um, I was number 2 at the USA Nationals once in 2015. Went pro shortly after that.
Did you when did you get signed to Next Fight Up?
Ooh, it was pretty recent because I had my first few fights on Lou's show, Severese, and then I didn't get signed with Next Fight Up till I want to say it was right before COVID. I took a couple years off, like a year and a half or whatever. My first year, I had quite a few fights scheduled, and then everyone in here knows how the usual boxing shit works. How you're getting ready for a fight, and then 2 days before, oh, opponent pulled out. Oh, he didn't have
Mhm.
physicals. He's not making weight. So that happened to me like 3, 4 times in a row, like back to back to back. And every time I was already cutting the weight, showing up, all that. And then, so I was like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm going to go finish school real quick and we'll see what happens. So I took that year off, finished school, graduated from U of H. And then, so I came back and like for 2-3 weeks, I came back and then boom, COVID happened. And I was like, well, shit. So that pretty much shut everything down for another year. And then at some point in there was whenever Next Fight Up reached out to me when I started getting back in training and shit. And that's when I got signed. So I want to say 2019, 2020-ish is when that happened.
How has that experience been, like being signed to a promotion? Is it something that you expected, or like how has it been?
I mean, not to sound super like egotistical or whatever, but it is something I expected. I mean, considering my amateur background, you know, I feel like I've put in my work or whatever. I felt like, you know, it was much deserved. And I was actually surprised. I know guys like you have the same issue coming out to amateurs. And I thought I personally had a pretty good run in the amateurs. And then whenever I was done and was going pro, there was no one there. I was like, all right, I guess I wasn't shit after all, right? But
Yeah, you know, like they say boxing can either make or break somebody, because like either people view you more than what you actually are, or they view you less than what you've actually accomplished.
100%. I agree.
Yeah.
It's so much relationship based, and it ain't, and not the it's who you know, who you don't know shit. No. Each promoter has its own way of doing things, including confidence, right? So let's say if I got 3 guys, that's my eyes on the sport. Well, if them 3 particular guys don't agree on a guy, you won't get looked at. I don't care if you're a 10-time national champ. I don't care what the fuck you are. Now, Olympic medalist tends to get a shot wherever, but
Of course.
you know, you could have a great amateur resume and you may have won worlds or something, you know, Pan Ams or whatever. But if those particular guys for the promoter don't, you know, you're not on their radar for whatever reason. It could be your ethnicity, it could be your style, it could be where you're from, it could be your trainer, it could be a whole bunch of shit, man. So
a whole bunch of shit, yep.
So, you know, it's frustrating, but it's the learning curve for you guys, for the young fighters. Is like, because it's easy to say, yeah, I hear that shit, but I'm a good fighter, you know what I'm saying? But nobody ain't saying it. Well, you know, that learning curve is that they can be looking at you going, this fucking dude could fight. But if you don't fit the mold of that particular promoter, right?
You're right. Yeah.
Look how Top Ranker get a guy. You know, if you lose in your first 10 fights, you're
done.
Yeah. Damn right about that, man. That's what happened. That's what happened with me and Golden Boy.
It's their way of doing things. And then look, now all of a sudden PBC is the pick up the top ranked guys if they lose. You know what I'm saying? Like they willing to do it because the way they build a fighter is the way they build a fighter. So
yeah,
and with young promotions like Forrest and them in particular, you know, they're in the building phase of relationship building. You know what I'm saying? Getting there, you know, building this relationship, say with the UFC Fight Pass people, right? The Roy Jones people. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure and I'm not speaking for them because I'm not Next Fight Up, but I'm sure they get a little budget from them on the TV show. You know what I'm saying? It helps them pay for shit.
Right.
But in the end, though, think of it this way. Forrest and them boys, Joe and all them, they still looking for their world champion too, though. So once they get their world champion, right? Okay, now we have a path. Now we know to do this with the next guy. You see what I'm saying? So you take Eduardo or Quentin or Erickson or any of these, Eugene, any of them. If one of you guys make it over the hump, right, and get into the money, say if y'all get into a Regis position for them, well, now they have their own path. And guess what's going to happen? They're going to trust the guys who told them man, this is
about
the
these
guy.
guys.
You need to keep pushing this guy, because then they'll say, you know, I trust me, but it's better to trust us. You know, if we have a team, let's say us 5 in this video here, if we go, man, you seen this new kid, Willie Lump Lump. And Eduardo goes, yeah, coach, he's the truth, man. I used to fight with this motherfucker. And my man Isaac says, yeah, bro, I like what I'm seeing with it. Well, now us 5 go, all right, let's put the chips on this guy. You see what I'm saying? And let's see what happens. But it's still a commitment from people. You're still trying to get the commitment, people. But guess what? If you're not committed to yourself, even that won't happen. You see what I'm saying? So it's a learning curve, bro. Figuring this shit out, man. And that's why you can be the best. You know, there's guys that don't make it, man. There's gold medalists that don't make it, bro. They don't pass 10
right
fights,
about that.
man. They out of there. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
It's all learning. It's all
Do
learning.
you think there's a lot of people in boxing who I want to say, like, what is the percentage do you think that people are really trying to make it, and those who just want to say I tried it, or I do it, or I'm a professional boxer? Because obviously there's an A side and there's a B side, but is the B side always trying to crawl to the top and they just don't have the chance, or what do y'all think?
I don't know, man. I'm pretty sure like there's a lot of B-side fighters that do it for the money. You
Yeah.
know, there's gonna be a select few that are really trying to like make it. You know, I'm sure us 3 that are right here, us 4, are all in that category of trying to make it past that hump. You know, we're trying to get to that elite level. It's a journey, man. It's a hard road. You got to know the right people. You got to be with the right people. I mean, and you got to be a damn good fighter as well. You got to be able to entertain the crowd. Because that's when it comes down to this business, that's usually what we are. We are entertainers. And and I think that all of us, like us 4, we're all trying to make it. I mean, we were all great amateurs, and I think that we all could make it. It's just, you know, it's how much we're actually willing to put into this, to the working out, and to the whole aspect of being an actual fighter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's all about discipline, man. Discipline and sacrifice. That's what it's about.
Seriously, I like eat, sleep, breathe boxing. If I'm not at the gym, I'm watching something boxing. I'm trying to learn. I'm grateful to be on this podcast because I just learned so much from, you know, different fighters and different people that have roles in boxing.
The answer to your question is all of the above. You have all those roles. You have people for all those roles. And while I understand why a fighter, let's say a fighter who's not a opponent or whatever, who's just not clueless, you know, he can fight. The worst thing he can do is try to mimic another guy's career or whatever, because that's not how boxing works. That's not how it works. It's a different story for every fucking person. And the minute you find a guy that's trying to mimic another guy's success, well, those people we're talking about, the ones who say, let's put the chips on this guy, they're gonna like, oh no, this is a fucking great value, whatever. This is another. See, that's why I love guys like, and you, all 4 of y'all, if y'all all train at Maine over there, everybody.
Yeah.
All right, y'all have the perfect situation to learn what I'm saying. You look at a Regis, a world champion, a unified world champion, right? And he's about to get his shot again in this shit. Go look at don't just look at the success, look at the start to finish. And then look at him right now too. Where he's at now. Bruh, that's not your average fucking story. That ain't your Olympic gold medalist they threw all the money at and he made it. Oh, that ain't his story at all, bro.
No.
So you guys need to say, learn from watching the Regis. He stuck to it. He was driven. He had the character to do it. When him and Bobby was flying somewhere, they get there to weigh in, the other fucking guy don't show up. And they go home with no money, no nothing but a fucking bill, right? Because airport food is high as giraffe pussy and it's nasty. But
Sure.
now you're going home talking about, man, this was a bunk ass trip, man. You think it wasn't easy for a kid, let's say a kid is 7-0, to say, man, fuck this, I'm gonna get a job. Yeah, it's very easy to do that. But that's why you don't have 20 Regis stories neither, though. Right?
Right.
He's got his own story. You guys got to do your own story and learn from the moves, but then do it your own fucking way, bro. Because that's the only way it's gonna work. You need to be sincere and tight with your trainer, bro. That's number one, man. You and your trainer sitting there having the same directive, the same plan, and both of y'all trusting each other. A lot of fighters get caught up, and I got to trust this motherfucker. I don't know if he's trusting you too, man. That motherfucker.
He always cuts out. I don't know. He'll come back at some point in life.
It was preaching.
But before he comes back, Lazaro, let's hear about your background, like how you got into boxing, how long you been doing it. He just came back in, but I'm gonna let him. Hold on, 1 second.
There we go.
We done moved on.
I was talking too much. Jill put the brakes on me. Go ahead.
I just asked Lazaro about his background, how he started boxing, how'd you get here from Cuba? Like, you know, let us know.
So I came from Cuba like 11 years ago with my family, the four of us, with my sister, my dad, my mom, in the airplane. You know, my uncle, he was already here, and he put the papers in and everything. So I was blessed because of that. And when I got here, I started playing baseball in high school. Then I went to college. Then I got bored of baseball, and I decided to move to Miami to sing. I was a singer.
I did hear you singing in the gym yesterday, and I forgot who turned around and was like, "Do you sing?" Because you was really singing.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Have y'all ever heard him sing?
I did not know that. No.
No, I didn't know that either.
Singing and dancing, like I'm just like he is so funny. But you for real?
I've seen him play baseball though. Shit, bro,
Yeah.
you can play, dog. I've seen you play.
Oh, you play on the softball team at
Yeah, he played with
Maine?
us. Yeah, I was like, damn, okay.
Yeah, I swoop. Yeah.
That's cool.
But I was always interested in boxing, and when I was like 17, I bought a heavy bag, and I put it right there. But I didn't start boxing until I went to Miami. I remember that I broke up with my girl, and I was like sad, crying or whatever, and I was driving, and then I looked to the side, and then I looked at the door, it's open, but I'm hearing the bah, 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 bah. I'm like, what's that? Like it sounds, you know, like I knew it had to be like a boxing gym or whatever, but I never been inside of one. So I walk in, and it was a Puerto Rican guy, and he told me, yeah, it's good, it's just $100 a month or whatever. But I couldn't do it because I was living in Miami by myself at that time, and that was too far from my job. So I said, okay, that's cool. So a month later, I found a boxing gym close to my job, to where I used to work at, and then I went over there 5 days, and then I went back to. I came back to Houston and say, "Fuck music, we're gonna just box."
Oh wow! How far were you in music? Like what progress did you make?
I used to I did a couple shows, especially in Miami, you know, because it's a lot of Cuban people and they like reggaeton and whatever. But I didn't like the lifestyle. I didn't like the lifestyle of it's not me. It's not me.
That's what made you break up with your girlfriend at the time.
Nah, it was something else, but yeah, you know.
But you see how like the stars align, everything happened for a reason. Like if y'all didn't break up, you wouldn't have found out about boxing, and you wouldn't be here.
Yeah. Look, I went to a place called Pollo Tropical in Miami. A little rice and beans and chicken order, and you know, I was sad, and then I went through a street I'd never been before, that's how I found the boxing gym or whatever. And it's funny to me because 5 days later, I'm like, I'm like, what am I doing here? This is what I need to do. So I went to Miami for a year and a half just to become a boxer. I mean, I started boxing and fine boxing. Then I came back here and that's what I do. Well, you guys know that's what I do.
That is a good story. Like
Yeah,
that's
That's crazy.
yeah,
crazy.
that's
That,
American as apple pie right there, bro. Play. I'm gonna play. Fuck it. I'm good enough to play baseball in school. Fuck it. I'm gonna play baseball. Nah, I'm gonna sing records. Nah, I'm gonna box. This dude, man, I'm gonna do it all, bro.
You're
I'm
very
gonna,
For
privileged.
real.
Just so you know, you're very privileged. Look, so when you came to Houston, where did you start?
I started in the boxing gym called GNR Boxing.
Okay.
Whole
They're not
story.
they're not active anymore,
Uh,
right?
I don't
they
know.
had, they have one active fighter, don't they? He pulled out of a fight with me.
that's
I
where
don't know.
that's where
Hey,
Ray. Well, he didn't start there, but Ray was there before he went to
like
Manhunt.
Yep.
Ray,
Because Ray and Lazaro have been knowing each other for a minute
hey,
already before they met at Maine.
that's my brother.
Yeah,
Um,
he
You
was
had
supposed to be on the show, but he was busy, so sorry.
when you
yeah,
started. So you had amateur fight. What you did, bro?
I had eight amateur fights and I had two losses. My third fight I lost. I used to fight 165, which is too heavy for me. But no,
Yeah.
my third fight I lost, and the other fight after I won and everything, they qualified me or whatever because of my hand wraps. Because I use normal hand wraps because I didn't have no time to wrap my hands up with my coach, and he put some
But now
tape
they
on it.
allow that.
Yeah, now they
Huh?
allow Velcro.
Now that's allowed. You should try to get that overturned. No, I'm just playing.
But they say it was wrong because my coach put a little tape,
On
just
your knuckle.
tape on
Ah,
Too
August
close on your knuckle.
and the nuggets. And then when the umpire, took my gloves off and then
The umpire.
The
You in
ref.
baseball.
you baseball
Getting
guy.
baseball mode.
he said, nah, this is wrong. And after they announced me the winner, unanimous decision and everything. So, but it was cool. I knew I wanted to become a pro since day one though. And
That's good.
You had Maine too, bro.
yes, sir. I've been a main for like 7 months, and it's been awesome, man. The
You work.
experience
I know they work as like a team, but is who you work with the most? I guess in the corner.
with with Aaron, with Lencho, with Bobby, you
With
know,
all right, the
they
squad, the
all
whole squad. Yeah.
Yeah, we
Years.
all like I don't think any of us have like individual coaches. Like I think because they especially like when we spar, like we run two rings at the same time, so they split and you just never know who's gonna be in your corner, but we just know that everybody's on the same page.
Yeah.
but
As
they have
a trainer, bro, y'all couldn't be at the better place, bro. I big up all the good coaches and I shit on all the bad coaches public, but y'all at the right place, man. That's all my guys over there, man. The real
when
deal, man.
upstairs when you open, you're in the boxing gym, like the
Oh
environment,
yeah.
you
Bobby was born with diapers and a pair of gloves, bro. He was born in the
I
box.
know, right?
Right.
He was born in the box. His dad was a big deal, bro. Big deal, man.
Yeah.
And
Perfect.
now he just
How
it's a
retired.
big are
good.
you, bro? How tall is this fella? The Cuban guy. I forgot your name, bro. My bad.
Lázaro.
Las,
Lazaro.
La,
I guess in English it's Lazaro, but that ain't
yeah,
cute, so don't do that.
My New Orleans gonna say Lazaro. Yeah,
Yeah,
There
Lazaro.
you
okay.
go.
How tall are you, bro?
5'8", 5'9".
And you was fighting at middleweight. What you gonna fight? What you gonna fight at for the show?
For this show, it's gonna be at 145, and then I'm gonna go down to 140 later on.
Okay. Oh, you and Eduardo, y'all work, huh? Y'all be work. Y'all get it in or what?
Time,
Yeah. He mixes in there with me and Q all the time.
Yeah. Man,
Oh, this
he
is the guy from
so
the pictures and shit during the morning time.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
You
Yeah, I
can't
know
tell
who this
because
guy
he
is.
done got dressed up to be on the video.
Yeah, okay, I know who this guy is.
He put on his good clothes. We still in our pajamas.
Is
Oh
this your
shit.
debut, bro?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Shit, I'm
Quit
gonna
me. That good work, man. That good experience.
Look,
yeah.
so he has like in my opinion, he has like a Mexican style. And
He
because
told
at
me
first I was like, he don't fight like a Cuban, but
yeah.
then he
Yeah.
started to get more comfortable, and he's starting to use like his footwork and his body movement more. And I'm like, okay, there it goes. Like he's starting to come into his own. But Lazaro is like, I mean, pressure.
He told me
I've
about this
never
guy. He can punch,
seen.
huh? He's a good puncher, huh?
Yeah,
He
Yeah.
can spar.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
and he's
I
been
know
in there
about this guy.
with all of us. He's been in there with me, with Q, hell, with the shit. Anybody he's been in there with, and for like the past few months already. So we've been joking with this guy that his debut is gonna be an 8-rounder. Like he's got the experience already.
Let's
Like,
go. Yeah,
yeah,
let's
he's
go.
ready.
he's one of the main guys who I don't know, like so Shock will spar anybody, doesn't matter. Shock doesn't care, he just works and he'll adjust or whatever. A lot of people don't want to get in there with Shock if they, it's like, man, I don't
Different.
feel like dealing with Shock today. Like, it's just, whatever. He
That's
don't care.
Great
He'll
fighter.
go rounds
Yes,
and
sir.
rounds and rounds. But
Yes.
maybe he just, I don't know. He's supernatural or something.
Fast tracking, man. Yeah, this motherfucker did everything already. I
Yeah,
ain't gonna bullshit with this boxer. Let's go.
yeah,
Right?
I left it all, and it's the best thing I have done in my life because it have changed me so much as a person. Because when I used to do music, I was so content because I didn't like the lifestyle, like the clubs and the stuff you got to do for people and these and the
Dirty
dreams.
business too, man. Dirty business too.
What I said, man, when I found back, I say, man, I can go to bed early if I need to. I can eat right. I can do all like I actually like those stuff. That's like it doesn't come hard to me. Like it comes natural. So I guess I found what I like my path or whatever. So
That's
yeah,
cool. I really like your story. And like we all train together, but I don't know how much, like we don't talk a lot in the gym just because like
No.
we working. Like I don't all y'all probably know from me is I be cussing everybody out and I be like, mind your motherfucking business, leave me alone.
they have an attitude for no fucking reason.
no at all. Nah,
Jeff told me
I'm
one
a
time.
different person this year.
Jeff told me one time something. Man, Lyncho was kind of mean. I said Lyncho was mean. And then she was like, "Yeah, man, he's mean." I said, "She don't know. She don't know. She's probably the root of that shit, bro. Being
For
mean,
real.
snapping on somebody, bro. Cause
Maybe you're
Lyncho
the problem. Shit.
is
It's
about the goodest dude
Hell nah.
on planet Earth, man. He's about as
That's
easy to get along with as they come, man.
shoot. That's Lencho. That's
nah.
Lencho's
Oh, no,
personality.
Yeah,
I was
let's
gonna
show something
say,
else.
this is my
y'all, who is that, Dad?
yeah, that's my dad. Look at
Hey, how are you?
Isaac, who you work with, bro?
Lyncho gives everybody shit. Like you probably ain't seen like the part of him, but
Nah,
I
I
mean,
ain't
he
seen it.
cussing Isaac out. He cussed Isaac out.
He
it.
does. He goes at me.
He go.
But that's because I don't let myself, man. I tell Lencho shit back.
Hey, go and slap me in the head.
He's like,
He slapped me the other day, but I was already cutting weight and stuff, and I was like, look, dude, I'm not gonna deal with this shit today, man. I'm going upstairs. Like
Who? Slap you? Who?
Lencho, man. Lencho slapped me in the back of the head, and I was like,
What?
and then he looks at me, and I go, look, Lench. I was like, I'm not in
Not
the mood
today.
He's,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I was like,
Oh,
Yep.
Lyncho be working y'all like that shit?
hey,
Oh
yeah,
man, nah, Lencho a bully. Lencho low
he
key a
is.
bully. Yeah, Lencho be on our ass.
He tells
yeah,
me, get down there, women over there, get off the ring. I'm like,
yeah.
excuse me?
This guy, yeah.
Well, shit, I stand corrected, man. Lyncho been faking with me, man. He been faking with me the whole time, bro. Damn.
He gotta put on,
Lecho
he gotta
mean.
put on his A game with us, cause he know we'll run his ass over.
I just
Yeah,
know,
no
you know
shit.
what I know about Lencho, man. If Lencho say he gonna do something, bro, that shit's getting done, bro. That's
Yeah, that's for
if he
sure.
gonna do something for you, bro, that shit is good. You don't even gotta think about it no more. That shit is
Yeah.
done.
He's
Yeah.
got a heart too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
man. That's
takes
a great
everything
guy,
so
man.
seriously. I know, like when you sent Q over for, for the camp, he was counting punches. He was like, write it down,
Oh yeah,
write
yeah,
it
yeah.
Yeah,
He
he was
was.
on that
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
that's right.
yeah. I got specific shit I need to know, bro. Look, man, if we gonna
Yeah.
work, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I bet you y'all don't be out the ring 2 minutes. Bring phone ring. All right, we did this many. We got this number. He worked out. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, I ain't even got to be there for real. You know, I ain't
Yeah.
got to be there anyway with Aaron and Bob and everybody. But Lencho was like the inside. You know, it's almost if I'm standing there. You know what I'm saying? Man, that's a great guy, man. That whole squad is good, bro. Y'all couldn't be at a better place, man. To be honest with you, I thought I heard
down.
one of you say. I think before I was on the camera, or maybe I was like, Maine ain't known as a real gem or something. Who said that? Somebody said that?
It's a lot of people
Uh,
that hate on Maine. They say that
it's a
there's
social
no
media
real
gym.
fighters there. That that the coaches never made anybody. They just kind of get them where they are. It's a lot of people who say we're a hype gym, we're social
Mikey,
media gym.
Aaron built Mikey from a kid, a little bitty boy, man. What are we
Yeah.
talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Boy,
some
Yeah.
people,
see what I'm saying? See what
it's
I'm
like
saying about
it's projecting their own insecurities onto us.
right,
So
Not only that, but they're also speaking on shit they don't even know.
right.
Like
It's
I'm
hearsay.
sure they're assuming like, oh, they just picked up Regis and boom, world champ. But nah, I
Yeah,
remember when Regis was fighting on these little club shows, on these, piece of shit little. I was 13 years old seeing him walk with Bob. I didn't know either guy. I mean, I knew Regis a little bit from the amateur days. I didn't know Bob at all. But nah, I mean, shit, they've been there since day one.
Yeah.
yeah.
Eduardo, 22 years ago, bro, I got sent here from New Orleans with my cousin, right? He had turned pro and signed with Kingfish, but he had just did that Oscar De La Hoya. Remember Oscar De La Hoya had the reality show before Rocky, like for one season or
Mm,
whatever. We was on that and shit, and they sent us to Houston for a real camp, and they had like Tony Tubbs was training them, but I was training them. They sent me with him, and I was fucking green as grass, like 24 years old. But we came up under the same, we cousins. We came up under his dad, my dad, all that shit. So I'm like, man, I ain't no fucking training. He's like, cuz these people don't know what we do, man. I need you to come. So I was here and I met Bobby. We was both, I think me and Bobby was the same age, bro. And
shit.
that fucking gym, dude, had nothing but champ. I think Evander was still around.
Yeah.
Was that House of Pain?
This was this was the Maine before Maine burnt down. Y'all heard about that Maine?
That's what I'm saying. Wasn't that House of Pain?
No.
That's what they called it. I didn't even know they called it that.
I think that's the name. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's what it was before it burned down.
And so I'm like, oh shit, we got out the city. We came out here, and like Houston's like a real live hub, with all these great fighters. Man, Bobby came up under real trainers, real world champions, real bit. You know what I'm saying? I was in a thing one time, and the dude said that he didn't know who I was, and they said, man, Regis. I think it's after Regis lost to in England, right? And I'm sitting in there, and they said, yeah, man, they fucking fans, bro. Fans are the worst. We need them, bro, but
Absolutely.
they just fans, bro. They don't know what the fuck they talking about. And then,
Yeah.
but this was a media guy, and he was like, yeah, if Prograde don't get him a real trainer, but I'm there. I'm standing there.
Yeah.
I said, what? What'd you say? He said, yeah, he needs a real trainer. That Bobby Benton. I said, you know who the fuck Bobby Benton is, bro? You know who his dad is? You know what the fuck people he came up under, bro? It doesn't matter that he didn't fight pro. I didn't fight pro neither. But that ain't got shit to do with your
What's your inside
how you come
knowledge?
up in your lineage and how you learn to fight and who you learn to fucking develop fighters under. I said, man, you need to shut the fuck up, man. And of course, when you say shit like that, people either clam up or speak up. That bitch ain't say nothing.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying, bro. You don't, bro. Me and Aaron's tight as alligator ass, bro. He comes from the same thing as me, bro. St. Mary's Gym in New Orleans, bro, from his trainer, Walt Haley, right? So we talk boxing, bro, as if we came up together, but we came up under the same tree. So it's the same, it's similar understanding, right? And we talk about that shit all the time, bro. These guys who come up and say, you know, these guys ain't this, or these guys, you know, that gym ain't this, and you just talking. You don't know what the fuck you talking about. Don't nobody know you.
No.
Don't nobody know you, man. That shit's crazy to me. If somebody's saying that main boxing gym ain't, bro, that's like a staple in Houston, bro. In Houston boxing, bro. What are you talking about?
Right.
From way back, man.
Hey, one thing I can say since I've been in Maine, it's like, you know, it's a great gym because you get the best work. You get people from all over the place. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, you know you're sparring, bro. You never know who go up. You never know, man. And it's crazy. You got to be ready.
It's great. It's great coaches in Houston, bro. All over. Don't get me wrong. They got I can name several, but you know that's just throwing rocks. You know what they say, throwing rocks at the top spot. You know what I'm saying? You just want to be over there if you could be over there or something. You know what I'm saying? That shit's crazy, bro.
Yeah, and it's not like Maine opens their door to everybody because, like, yeah, anybody can come in and get a membership or whatever, but it's something that the coaches see that draws them to you to make them want to train you, because everybody doesn't have that luxury of, oh, Bobby and Aaron is going to train them. It doesn't just work like that. Like they see your work ethic, they see you know, your actual skill, and they try to see like if it's something that they can work with. Like I honestly just went in and was like, okay, you know, I was amateur for a while, and then I took time off and went back in, and I told Aaron, "You gonna train me?" And he just started laughing. He was like, "Okay," but I didn't know that he was actually gonna train me, and that Bobby was gonna pick up on it too. I was, you know, that's just kind of like,
Jim,
I mean,
before you cut me off a while ago, that's what I was saying. Fighters, she ain't cut me off, fella, my internet. but what I was saying was, you know, the fighters, look, but the trainers, man, the trainers are the same. Bro, Quentin walked out of prison 2 weeks later, walked into the gym, and I taught him how to throw a jab. That was 2010, bro. Now this is 2022. And look, we ain't nowhere near where we trying to be, right? So that's what I'm talking about. Look at that time put in, bro. From him, sure enough. From him. Without him, we ain't got shit, right? But from me, motherfucker, I'm missing fucking football games and shit too with my sons and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So when you asking somebody, my point, Jeff, was when you say Bobby, I'm sure they have their own litmus test too, same as me. You know, it ain't about any particular thing because everybody got their own story. But if you ain't gonna respect me with my time, my money, my whatever, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to fool with you either. I don't give a damn if you look like the second coming of Roberto Duran. That shit don't matter to me, bro. If you're not gonna be here, you asking me for 12 years, 13 years of my life, man. So Bobby and them been in the game so long. Yeah, I bet you just anybody, you just not gonna come in there and do backflips and shit and impress nobody, bro.
Absolutely.
It doesn't work like that at all. If it does, you're gonna see a trainer that keeps bumping his head and he's chasing fighters. Fighter supposed to chase you. Fighter supposed to chase you because he knows you know how to develop somebody, not the other way around. So these trainers y'all see that and they could been in the game 20 years. That shit don't matter. It's a lot of old dummies in the world. I know 60-year-old men that smoke rocks and shit. They fucking dumb as shit. But you ain't, they'll be chasing fighters, man. If I had this guy. No, man. Learn to make your own. Learn to develop a fighter, man. And then you can have some success. Yeah, y'all in the right spot. And you ain't supposed to just take anybody. That shit don't matter, man.
Shit, I remember when I first got there, I had coming back from, I had a good or I thought was a pretty damn solid amateur career. I showed up at Maine. I knew I wasn't going to be hot shit, right, compared to the guys that they had. But it took me a while, I feel personally, to like actually build their, I guess, trust in me or expectations in me. Because I mean, I'm sure off the bat you get anyone that shows up and they're like, "Oh, who's this guy?" Right? I mean, yeah, he might be decent, but like you said, is he worth 12 years of my life, 13 years of my
Right,
life?
right,
Shit.
right.
Yeah.
That's a huge
So
thing, bro. To just you don't just freestyle that shit. Yeah, I'm gonna
yeah,
just
you don't just show up and they start working with you. It just doesn't work like
Yeah,
that.
it
I don't care who
don't
you
work.
are, or what you've done.
Eduardo, how many sets of 12 we get? You only live what?
Right?
You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? That's all I get. So I ain't
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna pick up some bum motherfucker. Like you're gonna make sure you do your homework and make sure he's worth it.
right. 100%. I had a
Yeah.
kid walk in the gym last week, and I get this every, I get it from pros with winning records, amateurs, parents, all that shit. But they had a kid coming there, he's like 20 years old, right? 6 foot, skinny, perfect build for my boxing. And he goes, man, I got 3 amateur fights. I won them all, training myself, really, working out or whatever. And I said, well, that really don't matter. I said, take this jump rope and go over there in the corner. When I look 25, 30 minutes later, that bitch is still in the corner jumping rope. All right, come on. I got you. Let's see where this goes. You see what I'm saying? That's because it has little to do with your ability, bro.
Right.
What ability can you have with 3 amateur fights? Training yourself. You can't have none, right?
Exactly.
So let me see if you're gonna work. If you're gonna
You're at
work,
least coachable. Shit.
yeah,
Do you listen?
and now we can do the shit. You're doing what I'm asking you. So
Right.
man, every coach gotta have that shit.
I'm telling you, man. I've been at Maine for 3 years, and Bobby just started working with me now. Like when I was getting ready to fight, what's his name? El Gallo. What the hell is his real
Yeah.
name?
Velasquez.
Yeah,
Velasquez or some shit.
yeah.
You fought him?
Bro, no, I was supposed to. He pulled out a week before the fight.
The bootleg Ryan.
Hey, Manny.
Y'all told me 10 o'clock.
We did not
And
say
then
10
Jiffy,
o'clock.
you gave me directions all the way down to the south side. I was in Galveston for an hour waiting for y'all. What's the dang deal, y'all?
What's up, Manny?
Man, it's good seeing y'all. Look, I want to
welcome
jump
the
in real
show.
quick. I want to share a couple things that I heard you guys talking about. I actually been watching y'all all morning, and I'm excited about the show y'all gonna put on.
Thank you.
My boy, the singer and the baseball player. I was listening to your story and how your girl you broke up with your girl and you were sitting there sad. It made me think about that post that I shared in the group, Derek, when they asked Muhammad Ali. They said, "What part of your training is the more critical part of your training? Is it the sparring? Is it the running,
Dodging the girls.
Yeah." And he said it's dodging the girls, being in bed by 9 p.m., being disciplined.
Yeah,
sometimes you don't know. Sometimes you don't know what things happen. They happen for a reason, but it's like that in life too. You have to get rid of yourself of all the distractions. Stay focused on what your goals are, and I got to piggyback on what Derek was saying, man. I can't tell you how many times we get on this podcast. We've been doing it I don't know how many years, and anytime we talk about a boxing gym, bro, I'm talking about Maine. Maine is, I always been saying, is like the new mecca of boxing. Houston's the mecca of boxing, and Maine boxing gym is where everyone goes to get good sparring. They come in from all over the country, sometimes the world, and the trainers that y'all have in there, I mean, are second to none. So this nonsense of it was this hype gym or whatever. I wouldn't even know where to begin with that shit.
We just don't listen, people want to be in our position, and like we were saying, like you don't just get the luxury of walking in Maine and getting the attention. So and on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we don't know who's gonna be at the gym. We don't know who we're gonna spar. We just put on our stuff and we just know we're gonna get in there.
Yeah. Shit. Well, I was just in fucking LA not too long ago for the Ruiz Ortiz fight or whatever. I was out there for a couple weeks getting some training and shit. And I've never been to LA, nothing like that.
Who were you out there with Regis? Who were you out there with? I thought I saw that. What camp were you with?
With Miguel.
Oh, with Flores, that's right.
Yeah, for the Flores Mars fight.
Yeah.
So this is my first time in LA. I've never been out there, but I knew we were gonna go out there and get a little bit of work. But so I didn't really know what to expect. But in my head, I'm thinking, okay, LA, big names, big boxing gyms. This the real deal, right? So that's what I'm thinking. And so I'm showing up to these gyms. I won't name them, but they're solid gyms, right? But I'm expecting to show up and get some solid ass work, like against the real deal. I'm about to get my ass whooped type shit. And then so we start sparring or whatever, see the guys that they got, and then afterwards I'm just like, all right, so like what's all the hype about? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, this shit's first of all, they got AC. We don't got that shit at Maine. Like these guys wouldn't fucking survive back home. So they could kiss my ass with that. Like I could go 12 rounds over there. It's like feels like 4 over here. And then, but yeah, even afterwards, I talked to Bob. I'm like, so what's all the hype about? He's like, that's it. People think you can just show up to these places and like magically, boom, you're that guy, right? It doesn't work that way.
But you know what? I think that goes along with anything in life when we have this perception and we have this vision of our head of what something is, and then once you're in the middle of it, you're like, oh,
that's it.
This ain't shit.
Yeah.
Like this,
yeah.
But it goes the other way too. Like y'all train at Maine. So to you, that's your home, that's your gym,
it's the standard.
That's your family, those are your peers. But what you don't realize is there's people on the outside. They're either gonna love you and admire you and be like, man, they're getting some real training, or you're gonna have the flip side. You're gonna have them haters. Oh man, they just this and they just that. But they wouldn't step in the fucking ring with now one of y'all motherfuckers when it comes down to it.
Right.
I'm gonna tell y'all I'll walk my kid in any fucking gym in America. I mean, that shit I don't give a fuck. And we develop right here in Houston, bro. This where we work at. But I'm gonna tell you how real y'all trainers is, man. I think it was last year. I was a little bit of ruffian as a kid, so I have passport problems. But
I try to smuggle them in my suitcase, but
yeah. But I'm gonna tell you, man. So we had this Australian fight was about to happen, right? And I'm like, fuck. I said, so I only trust a few, right? And I said, bye. What's up, coach? I said, man, I might take this Australian fight, bro. I got a pilot. I can't go. He goes, forget about it, man. When's the date? Man, Aaron to go down there and take care. I said, boy, these motherfuckers, boy. That's how solid they are. If y'all, it's home team. Right. Bro. Y'all couldn't be in a better position, man. So all that shit's just chatter, man. All that shit's just nonsense and groupie talking fans, bro. Fuck them. They don't know what they're
But you need it. We need it and use it as fuel.
Hell yeah.
For sure.
Isaac, you got fights, brother?
I have a lot of respect for Bobby. I remember. I don't know if he told you, D, or he told me. I don't remember. But when it comes to the Masters, he's like, yeah, Manny wants to go and fight in these other cities. I'll work with him because he does the Master the tournaments. From that, I was like, you know what? For another trainer to tell that to a boxer, hey, if you want to go to these other cities, and I'll work with you because he knows D can't make it. D's my coach, so he knows he can't make it. He's got work or whatever. He can't be taken off. For another trainer to step in, I mean, you can't. That's character. You can't put a price tag on that. You develop that, and so that's you guys are lucky.
Yeah.
I'm blessed.
You got pro fights, Isaac? I didn't hear. Oh, I didn't remember.
Yeah. I got 10. I'm 8-1-1. My loss is to Juan Antonio Lopez from Fort Worth. That's when we fought for a WBC Intercontinental title.
What you weigh, bro?
135, but I'm trying to get my weight back down to either 122 or 126. I'm gonna fight this fight at 35.
Man, that's small.
I'm just saying that's a challenge.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Who you be working with, Shock and Harrison, or who?
So I've worked with Shock. I was helping Miguel out for Abner, and Michael Angeletti. He's been in there this past week. That's who I was working with this past week. Really anybody, man. I just but usually it was Shock. Yeah, she'll be moving me. But usually it was Shock, Miguel, and Michael Angeletti.
Jeff,
that's some big names right there,
huh?
Jeff, you was working with him, huh? You wasn't pressing too hard. I already know
Yeah,
you
nah,
watch.
she wasn't. She wasn't.
She was just moving them.
She was just
Yeah.
moving him around, right? Make him go to the right when he ain't want to.
Man, I be
Right,
Yeah,
catching
man.
them.
I know she
exactly.
know how to work
I
that
done
man.
caught all three of these guys with some sneaky shots.
I thought I saw
Stop
you
it.
in there with Regis the other day. Didn't you post a video? He posted a video of you.
Yeah, I spar with everybody. I'm blessed to have the opportunity to get in there and learn some things, because everybody has a different style and I have to learn how to adjust. But like
That's not
Lazaro, he
forced.
hits really hard, even though he try not to. Like
Do you?
he's like bone strong.
No.
People
Do
just
you?
have heavy hands.
No, he is strong. He tried not to hit me hard, but like it just kind of feel like how like you flick a fly. I like just to go.
You got heavy
Um,
hands.
Eduardo's like really fast and annoying. It's just kind of like like leave me alone. And Isaac, like he is a presser. Like man, I just can't stand any of them. But
Eduardo, you headlining this fight, huh? You're the main event.
Yep, finally about time.
Congratulations, bro. I'm gonna be there
Appreciate it,
supporting
man.
you, man.
Awesome.
Good luck to all of y'all.
Y'all all matched up. Y'all know who y'all fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, who we fighting, Eduardo?
Some cat from Mexico, 11-2 kid.
A real fight. Real fight. Oh shit.
That's the real
Yeah.
fight right there. Yeah.
The last guy was like 11-1 or 11-2, also something like that.
Right. What you what you weighing for the fight?
42.
Oh shit, bro. We coming down where we supposed to be.
Finally, yeah, slowly but surely. Shit, the last one was 44. This one's 42.
Yeah, man.
Don't
Yeah.
make me make 40 until I need to, but
Yeah, I wouldn't force that until you gotta stay there steady anyway,
yeah.
Uh
Shit, if he really paid me good, I'll make 35. Shit.
yeah, I know that's right. So everybody, so what's the lineup? Is there
You got Ray Talib, you got Ray, you have Ephraim.
Bowie? Yeah, Bowie, Ray.
These two guys.
Girls on the show, no?
huh?
Any girls on the show? No.
No, they
Okay.
didn't know.
They've been pretty consistent, at least putting a one woman fight on there. Pretty
Yeah.
consistently, man. And you said you was goddamn, Derek. Don't tell me. Lazaro, you what's your record again? You say yeah, they
He's making his debut.
Debut.
Okay. You know who you fighting? Who you fighting?
I'm fighting a guy that I think he got like 8 fights. He 2-6, I believe.
What's his name? Is he local? He's a local guy, or you don't know?
It's like Chauncey something.
That record sounds familiar, huh?
Right.
Yeah, it's all about coaching them up. What's your who you fighting, Isaac?
It's gonna be
I'm fighting some dude from Mexico.
Roberto or something.
Yeah, this fight basically is like a get my feet wet type of fight again.
Comeback fight.
Yeah, comeback. He's like 2-4-1 or something like that.
We
I couldn't believe the comeback.
We fought some dude from Mexico. That shit was rough, man.
Yeah,
they
man.
all are.
I mean,
those guys come to fucking fight.
They come to fight. Hell yeah.
You never know what you get, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you?
They were having problems trying to get me an opponent, man. I mean, there was like 5 dudes that said no, and then this guy, the guy that I'm actually fighting this week, I was scheduled to fight him in December back at home in the Valley. But I guess Joe made a call to his guy, and they're like, "Hey, bro, like, we've been trying to get him a fight for the longest time," and I guess they were like, "Yeah, fuck it, we'll take it for next week." Because like the last time, what was it? I think the next fight up had, they were trying to get me on that show as well, and everything fell through. And then also with when I was supposed to fight Juan Velasquez, I mean that one was a for sure deal. But then Velasquez pulled out a week before the fight.
So has there been any talks with the rematch on that fight? I mean, he's had, I don't know, I haven't seen Juan since he had the last two defeats, huh? Or was the last one a draw?
Is that your
The last
guy,
one
maybe?
was a draw, I think.
The last one was a draw, and the one before was a defeat. Has he fought since then?
Man, I really don't know, man.
So are you looking to get back in the ring? I mean, looking for an opportunity to get in the ring with him?
So I mean, he's a 35 pounder. I'm trying to come back down to 26. I
Oh, okay.
mean, I would love to fight him, man. Shoot, that bring up my social media following, beating his ass. Uh, but man,
Uh-oh.
honestly,
Uh-oh.
I think he found out like, or some of his trainers or whoever, they probably found out who I was because they probably did a deep dive, just like Coach Aaron said. He was like, they probably did a deep dive on you, man, and they said fuck it, because they said something about him having a concussion or something like that. That's why he pulled out of the fight. Uh, but man, I don't really care to fight him. I mean, if he comes up, I mean, I'll fight him. I mean, but you know, I'm trying to bring it back down to 26, man. That's my original weight, 26, 22. So that's what I'm trying to do.
Oh, I seen this kid and Walter. I know who you fight. I know exactly who you fight.
He fought on the last next fight up show.
Yeah. I know exactly who you fighting. That you signed, Isaac, you signed, y'all boys signed to the promotion, yeah, or y'all just on the card?
No,
Y'all just on the
I'm
card.
just on the card.
Yeah.
You two
And who's your manager, Isaac?
I don't have a manager.
You don't have a manager?
Nah, Coach Aaron and Bobby do everything for me.
Nice.
same with you, Lazaro. Same with you.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Manny.
I got it.
Q been spying this guy here. Wrong guy.
That guy.
This guy. Q
Eduardo.
said, hey, this fucking dude can punch, man. This fucking dude's strong, man. And Lencho had been telling me about him too, man. I ain't never made it down there during the daytime though, so I ain't get to see it. But yeah, we got some new young guys, man. We get to see on the shows, man, because
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, I want to see Ray and Eduardo fight, but you know, it's always great to see the new, you know, some new guys on the card too, you know.
Yeah.
Because between next fight up done kind of ventured off and got some more different matchmaking, so we'll be seeing some, you know, different shit now, better shit.
Yeah.
That I'm looking forward to it, man. Everything's on target. When's the fight? Thursday, right? Which y'all waiting?
Yeah.
Fellas? Which y'all waiting?
That's what we're talking about off
wait
camera
until
and shit.
Y'all on target? Y'all on weight? Y'all gonna make weight?
Oh,
Oh, man, we're gonna make weight. We're gonna make weight. Like that's a given. Just don't ask me what I'm weighing right now.
Hey, we got on the scale. We got on the scale last Wednesday. It was 147.4, and everybody was like, "Oh man," you know, because for that title, it was actually his first real defense of that title, and I said, this is fucking draws. What are y'all talking about? This is fucking draws, bro. It's 8 ounces, 4 ounces. So the boxing. So the opponents was like, well, take him off, get on the scale. I said, no. What I'm gonna do is we're gonna go back to the sauna and make sure, because if I get back on the scale and he's a half ounce, then we didn't make weight. So don't worry about it. I'm gonna do what the fuck I do. And walk the fuck up. We came back, he weighed 146.6 or some shit like that, just from eight more minutes in the sauna, you know.
That's it.
Yeah, man.
It's all mental shit. Making weight is just mental for the most part. I mean, shit. Especially, I mean, I've never known anyone personally, but them UFC guys, they take that shit to another level. Shit. So if I think I'm struggling, I watch a couple of them YouTube videos of the UFC guys making it, and I'm like, oh, I'm good. Shit. If I think I'm struggling, bro, imagine those guys.
They look dead, bro, when they walk out there half the time.
Yeah.
Man, I saw one of the guys from our gym. He looked like a whole different person. He fought, I don't know, it was an MMA fight. But he was like, I mean, I was like, oh my God, this is
You know what boxer used to look like that? Y'all remember Bam Rios? Man, he used to look like
Brandon.
Weigh-ins, bro. Yeah,
well,
Brandon.
Shit,
he fucking like he fucking dying, literally dying.
Yeah.
Well, he would fucking blow up to 200 plus in between fights.
Man. That's gonna take time off your career too, bro. You can't keep doing this shit, man. You can't keep doing it.
Yeah.
Shit.
Huh?
Oh, I was gonna say, going back to it being a mental thing. Shit, I remember Like I think it was the last time or maybe another time. But I was making weight, I was struggling, and then like I had like the last half a pound, maybe pound and a half, something like that. And I'm like, damn, coach, like I don't know. I don't know if I could do it. Like I'm struggling, right? I don't remember what the weight was. Let's just say it was 145. After the weigh-ins, as soon as I got off the scale, I'm like, oh shit. My I guess my brain like switched. I'm like, coach, I'm good. I could have made 40. I could have made 35, right? But before you're like, man, I think this is it.
That's the same shit. Fucking Bobby asked me. Bobby asked me on what was it, Thursday? I think Thursday or Friday. He's like, how much you weigh? I was like, I'm about 37 right now, and he's just like, you still think you can make 26 or 22? Like, fuck, I don't know,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
But
yeah,
as soon as
but
you get off the scale on Wednesday, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, I got it. You're gonna be like, man,
got
that's
it,
gonna be
yeah.
cake.
That's
Yeah.
Eduardo, that's man, that's a developing thing to like that's and you can ask Fresh. Y'all lucky, y'all got all the hosts on at one time. We ain't been on here in fucking a year together. But you know, even with Fresh and he fights masters, but he'll tell you one of the first fucking bro, your mind is not your friend, bro. Quit listening to the fucking mind.
It's opposite. That shit wants you to quit. That shit wants you to call it early.
Your mind's telling you, bro, we fucking dying, bro. You're starving. Bro. Go eat a fucking sandwich.
That's the first muscle to give out. That's
Absolutely.
the first muscle that gives out is your brain.
Yes,
it'll tell you you're done. It'll tell you you're tired. It'll tell you quit. But that's why Coach D, he's always, and anyone in boxing too. When you watch these fights, I watched something the other day. Oh, what's your one of your favorite fighters, Coach Kelly? How do you say his last name?
Pavlik. Kelly
Pavlik. When he fought
Jermaine Taylor.
Right. He was getting beat up, and then at the end, and you hear the commentators say, "That's that muscle memory kicking in." Your brain doesn't tell you you're tired. It's ready to go home. It's ready to fucking quit. But
you want to know
discipline your body.
Discipline is shutting that shit off. Discipline is saying, because the coward, bro, the guy who quits in the ring, is just listening to his brain. Because his brain's telling him he can't take it no more. You can't do it no more. It's too hard. It's too rough. This dude's too much. He's too better than you. A disciplined fighter says, bitch, I caught you. I know what you're doing.
Right.
Yeah. And he looks, another one of my saying is, I hate a smart fighter, bro. Because a smart fighter, they confuse understanding with they confuse understanding with the ability to do it. Right? Because you understand what I'm telling you, don't mean you can do it. That's not how it works. You got to build what Fresh said, the muscle memory and shit, right? So I hate it. I want to train you like you're a fucking retarded kid. I want you to come up and be like, I don't know shit. Tell me what to do. Because if I can get you to do that and be disciplined in that, then when I'm telling you that's just your brain, dude, all three of y'all fighters, especially my man Lazaro, he's about to make his pro debut, right? But he understands. He got a few amateur fights, and Jeff's a pro. Fresh is a amateur fighter. He done had to make weight. Each one of you motherfuckers gonna know what I'm talking about. Each one of y'all done got on that scale at one point, got off that scale, looked at your opponent, and your brain said, man, look how big this dude is.
Right.
Hell yeah.
Is. Man, y'all sure he got on the scale? You sure he weighs 140 like I weigh 140?
Yeah.
I got damn.
Here's the thing though. That's your mind doing its job, which is to ensure that the species lives. So it's telling you, run and hide, motherfucker, and you'll live tomorrow. Right? Seriously. That's back to the caveman shit. Run and hide, motherfucker, because this saber-tooth tiger is gonna eat your ass and we dead. So it's the same thing. So a disciplined guy is gonna say, I'm a lean on my training, on my coaches, on what I've learned, on how I've prepared, and turn that noise down and say, yeah, I know what you're doing. Click, like a light switch. Turn that shit off because we did the work. We know what we said. And the truth is that fucking scale said 142, just like mine said 142. So guess what? It's fat. It's fat. Yeah. Let's go.
Steve, when was the last time your scale said 142, bro?
He's in fourth grade. You.
I'm down 28 pounds. I don't know what
That's
y'all
what's
talking
up.
about.
That's what's
240,
up.
bro. I was 268 2 months ago.
Nice.
But I think I'm gonna cut it off about 230, man. I don't want to. Some people try to get sexy for
You
the
don't want it.
That's
You
what
don't
I'm
want
saying.
to disappear.
Save some ladies for the rest of us. Shit.
Yeah, man. But seriously, your mind will do that shit. And your mind will tell you, like, if you convince yourself this was gonna be a rough fight, right?
Yeah.
And say you catch a motherfucker on the elbow with your fist, or a motherfucker catch you in the bicep, frog your bicep or something. All of a sudden your mind say, man, look, we can't fight like this. We don't got our own.
It's looking for an out.
Yeah. That's your mind. And you ain't gonna hear you gonna think that's you, but it's your mind telling you, man, there's some shit over here. We need to go this way. This shit is rough over here. But that's why you train. That's why you fucking get prepared.
I'm sorry for interrupting. We trying to make weight, and look at this. And look
Easy running.
Don't surround yourself around that negativity, man.
You don't need that toxicity in your life.
Shit, my family is
I
like.
gotta cut out real quick. Eduardo, it was good seeing you on the show. My guys, when you guys get your win, come back on the show, man. We'd love to have you back. I gotta get to church. D, Jiffy,
Cool.
love y'all. I'll catch up with y'all soon, man.
Hey, bro,
All
take
right,
it
pray
easy.
for me.
See you on Thursday.
Take me off, Jiffy, please.
All right.
All right,
Wait. Okay. How do I do that?
All right. Can you do it or no?
Just cancel him.
my phone.
I'm canceled.
He's canceled.
Oh, got it.
There you go.
I didn't do that. He did that.
Oh,
So, before we wrap up, because we've been on for quite a while, I want to ask y'all some questions, like the this or that game. It's not boxing related. I'm probably do like 10 of them. Okay. Netflix or YouTube?
Netflix.
YouTube.
YouTube.
Cardio or weights?
Cardio.
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 None of y'all lift weights?
Barely.
Push-ups.
Cake or pie?
Oh shit. Both,
Cheesecake.
man. I'll take both.
Cheesecake,
of them
100%.
motherfuckers.
Cheesecake.
Yeah.
Anything cheese. Fucking love cheese.
Really?
If
Well,
you
that's
make
not
me
real cheese.
if you could make me a cheese pie, I'll knock that bitch back.
Yeah, right?
I'll
Oh
drink
my
cheese
God.
if you give it to me.
That's disgusting.
Yo,
iPhone or Android?
when I was weighing like 155, 160, me and my girl we were ordering Cheesecake Factory every night.
So that's where it's
Dang.
at. Smart man.
Yeah,
That's
man.
deep on the pockets. iPhone or Android?
iPhone all the way, man.
iPhone all day.
Android.
I'm an Android user too, yeah.
Hey, let's go. That's a first. I'm always the minority there.
Toast or eggs?
Both.
What'd you say?
Toast or eggs?
Oh,
Don't
eggs.
they go together?
Yeah, like you have to have both.
I don't eat neither one of them. I don't know.
I guess eggs. I mean, but both.
They smell nasty.
They kind of do, man, but
Tastes
they're good.
Yeah.
Ketchup on eggs. Who does ketchup on eggs?
That's
That's
disgusting.
Friday. You got
There we go,
Hey,
baby. Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Ketchup
gonna
on
say,
eggs,
that's that
baby.
Louisiana shit.
you gotta dip the yolk, the toast, man. They go together, man.
Right?
Mm.
That's what I'm saying.
I eat hot sauce and everything, so maybe if I put hot sauce, I'll survive.
You
I
can
can't
eat
even eat
hot
hot Cheetos.
right.
Huh?
I can't even eat hot Cheetos. I don't. I'm full of
It's
spicy.
too hot.
Yeah, that should be kicking my ass. It's
You burning
good.
it in your chest.
It's good, but I'll
I
be
don't eat
sweating.
them either. I eat hot sauce, though, yeah.
Oh yeah, hot sauce. Cholula or tapatio.
On some oysters.
Capetilla.
Oh, I don't eat oysters. Phone call or text?
Text.
A phone call. I
Depends
mean,
on the situation.
Look, if somebody texts you, like you text somebody and then they call you, I'm like, oh my God. Like text me
Yeah,
back. Like
just
don't
text me
call
back.
me.
Yeah, both.
Lázaro, why you prefer phone call?
It's
It's
quick.
easier. It's just like quicker.
It is quicker. You get the
Also, if you want to be spontaneous, you get bonus points if it's a phone call to the
Oh, with a
ladies.
girl.
Yeah, like I don't know why. I mean, maybe you know why, but like, yeah, they like that shit apparently.
Oh,
Look, you get extra points if it's a video call.
Nah, see, I'm on Android,
right.
so I don't do that.
Music or podcast?
Music.
music, but I like podcasts.
Yeah,
So
both.
Yeah, I
Okay,
listen to
producer.
podcasts too. Yeah, but like if I, as far as like when we're working out, it's gonna be music.
Yeah,
Yeah. Ice cream or snow cone?
ice cream.
I take a snow cone.
snow cone.
Yeah, I'll take a snow cone too. That's all I got. Y'all want to add anything?
PlayStation or Xbox?
Xbox.
Hey,
All right, no one else. Cool.
Clarissa Shields, and Savannah Marshall. Who win?
Clarissa.
Logically, I'm gonna say
Shit.
Clarissa. I'm kind of going for Savannah.
What you got,
I,
Lazaro?
I think it's gonna be a split decision win.
Clarissa, she beast.
What you got,
I
Isaac?
go with I go with Clarissa as well.
Bud, EJ.
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 Yeah, I go.
Y'all got
So
y'all got her?
Yeah, I'm not a
so
Bud fan.
I like Earl. I like Earl. I mean, he's physically strong, you know, and I just feel like maybe that can do it for Bud. But I mean, Bud IQ is very high. So like, if you really think about it, it's like he's like, I mean, Shock's probably got one of the best IQs in boxing. Uh, and Bud is like right up there, just like that. But I mean,
That's
who
just
knows,
natural to
man?
them.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe EJ's brute strength is what's gonna tear down Bud, but we'll see. It's gonna be a great fight.
It's
The
gonna be
gypsy or Yusi?
Oh, the
Um,
Gypsy, 100%.
that's
Tyson
hard.
Fury.
Yeah, I go
It's
Tyson Fury as
well,
well.
I guess he is gonna win.
my heart is with the music, and then my
Heads with Fury. Yeah,
I don't
Fury's
really see
just
that. I don't see that being a tough decision. I mean, I
nah,
thought
me
Tyson
neither.
kind of takes it quite comfortably.
Fury's
Yeah.
gonna slap that boy around the ring.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Isaac,
Yeah.
top 3 pound for pound, right fast. Just run them off. Any order.
My pound for pound. I would
3
say
fighters.
3 fighters. Okay, I would go. It's gonna be Bud. Bud is one. Shakur Stevenson's the other. And honestly, I think Tyson Fury is gonna be one of the ones that's up there as well.
This fucking dude knows boxing. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Eduardo. Go ahead.
These are my top 3 pound for pound. Definitely not my favorite though, but Tyson, um, Inouye,
In a way, yeah.
and then Inoue, however you say. I guess Bud.
What you got, lad?
I like Inoue first. I like Inoue, Canelo, and Crawford and Spence, like that.
That's a hell of a thing too. All right, my last little boxing question. With Shakur going to 35, and 35 is one of the best divisions in boxing. We agree? 35,
Yeah.
47, 54. Who stops him from becoming undisputed? And if not stops him, who's the hardest fight at 35 for Shakur Stevens?
For Shakur, I would say there's 3 tough fights for Shakur at 35. I would say Teofimo always comes and brings it. Teofimo is a hard-hitting son of a bitch, and I know Shakur has not been hit by someone like that. So you got Teofimo. Lomachenko is always going to be a threat. Lomachenko is one of the best out there. And Gervonta, man. Gervonta, I don't care what anyone says about Gervonta, man. Gervonta He's a smart fighter. Everyone was talking about how Rolly was beating his ass. Nah, man, he was figuring Rolly out to
Yeah.
catch that right shot, and he did it, man. It was lights out for Rolly, man. It was real quick. But yeah, I would say Lomachenko, Teofimo Lopez, and Javante.
I would say Lopez for the same reason. He's just strong as shit. I don't think Shakur's ever been caught like that. I don't think Lopez wins, but I think he's got one of the best shots at dethroning him. I wish Lomachenko I could put on that list because he's my favorite fighter, but I don't think. I think unfortunately he's just a little too small for 35. It showed when he fought Tio. He's just naturally just a little too small for that weight. I was gonna say Javante too, although I do think it's an easy fight for Shakur for the most part. It's just dangerous because if he gets caught, then that's it.
Yeah.
But I don't think he'll get caught though. So I think because I mean Javante was getting outboxed by Barrios and even Leo Santa Cruz. He was losing. I thought he was down on both of those cards until he landed that big shot.
See, and that's the thing with Javante. It's not that he's brutally strong like the way EJ is. It's that explosive power that he's got. It's that one shot, bam.
Shakur's too smart though. Shakur won't. Yeah.
He's
So that's why I don't think it'll happen.
His
Tank's
defense is
just undersized, bro. That's all. He is hard enough to beat those guys.
Right.
But he's just too small to where he's got to play it small. Like Rolly wasn't winning nothing, of course, and you're like, well, what the fuck is he waiting on? Well, it was the size, and so Tank was playing it smart and waiting for him to walk into a shot.
Yeah, walk into a shot.
Yeah, and I think that's his biggest deal at 35, which is why the Tank Loma fight is so good if they fight each other, because now you're taking away the big man part of that fight. You know what I'm saying? But Baz, what you got, bro? Who's the toughest for Shakur?
Man, I think it's gonna be real hard to beat him. I mean, guy looks big and strong. You know, on his last fight, he looks so strong. He looked like he weighed like pounds. But I think Lomachenko can be a hard fight for, because Teofimo is moving up to 140, I think.
Yeah,
I was gonna say Teofimo can't make weight no more.
Who you think gives him a problem?
Why nobody saying Devin Haney? Is he not Y'all don't. I mean, he don't have a chance.
That's probably gonna be like a boring fight, though.
Hell yeah.
Listen, man.
I
had to give Devin Haney his credit finally, because he won the fucking undisputed title, and he's the man. He's the man. You can't get around him. He's got the straps.
No doubt.
Yeah.
But ability-wise,
that fight is gonna have to happen.
Ability-wise, though, he's so fucking below them guys, man. It's fucking
Like years.
And I think about it, and I say if Kambosos fights Teofimo again, Kambosos does not beat Teofimo.
No,
he
I don't
doesn't.
think so either.
I wish
he would.
I'm a T.O. Mark, bro. I love that kid, man. And it ain't that he's flawless or nothing, but he gets up for fights. He knocks people's dick in the dirt. And I'm a huge T.O. fan. And looking back, and I didn't pick Kambosos to beat him. And he did, and he beat him thoroughly too. It wasn't no guessing, like fucking Kambosos won the fight. But in hindsight, I think it shakes out to where we say, okay, T.O. had a major fucking night off with all the shit that was going with him. And I think we can't discount that, especially looking at what Haney was able to accomplish against Kambosos, and really by not really doing nothing. Just
jabbing him.
Chunking that. He fought little, but he was too big for Kambosos, and he was just chunking that fucking step jab, and that was too much. So when you look at it and go, well, how the fuck did he beat Teal? Well, it was a lot of shit to that, man. So I would love to see them fight again. Now, that ain't me saying Kambosos can't win a rematch neither, because fundamentally, boxing-wise, I lean towards Kambosos over Haney skill-wise. But we seen that Haney's size, strength, everything was too much for him. So maybe I just was crediting Kambosos a little too much, right? For his win over Tio, because it wasn't even close. It wasn't even a fight with Haney. over there.
Nah, it wasn't, man.
It was a setup.
Shit's crazy, man.
Yeah.
I don't think nobody stopped Shakur, just me personally.
Nah, yeah, I don't think so either.
I think T.O.'s a hell of a fight for his punching power and strength. I think Lomachenko's a hell of a fight because even if he can't physically do something to you, he'll make you work and grind you down. I think Garcia, if he lands a punch, he can knock anybody out. Tank, while he probably can't physically get with Shakur, he's so fucking dynamic a puncher, and you can't let him hit you. So it's competitive all the way through.
Oh yeah, all the way.
But I think that damn Shakur Stevens is a horse of different color, man. He's a.
So it's safe to say that Shakur and Shock may never fight but no, right? Because they might.
Being not anytime soon. Now being a Shock, being a Main Street guy, right? So therefore I root for all y'all, right? And Shock is a special fighter too. So when he vacated, bro, it was like whew, okay, that'll go down. What I'm saying is because Shock got that #1 contender. Not that you want to duck that fight, but it sure did make Shock's path to locking in that what he's at, 26 or 30?
I think 30.
He's at 30.
At 30.
Featherweight
To
division.
me, Shakur was the obstacle there. And when Shakur left, it's like, okay, who beat Shock Foster? I don't think nobody beats him, bro.
Hell no.
I don't think so either.
At 30. Nobody's fucking with that kid, bro. Nobody, man. So they'll probably meet, but it'll be
later on down the road.
Both world champions. You know what I'm saying? Both when it's something on it, you know, some real money, some real prestige, all that type of shit. I can see that.
Yeah.
Great fight.
Because Eduardo Ramirez was supposed to fight Shock, but he moved up to 35 to go fight Pitbull. They were like, shit, if I'm going to go get my fucking ass kicked, I'm going to go get paid, you know? Yeah. So, everyone is avoiding him.
Bro, because put your manager hat on, right? For what? The fuck am I fighting this dude for? For what?
No shit.
He's liable to make us look regular like a motherfucker, man.
Yeah. High risk, low reward, man.
Yeah, man. It's you know, my kid, bro, we only got 11 fights. Go look out of them 11 fights, how many undefeated guys we fought, right? And how many real guys who ended. Hell, we fought that Classics Clay kid when we had 2 fights, and he had 2 fights, and he went on like a six fight prospect ruining run in top rank. It's because why? Because motherfuckers could say what they want, but when they go, well, how the fuck fight Quentin Randall? You ain't gonna pay us.
Yeah.
We're gonna fucking win. We probably ain't gonna win. We gonna look ordinary than a motherfucker. So it's like it's harder for them kids, man. Look at Regis, man. Look at Regis. You that's like walking in a lion's den with pork chop draws, fucking with that dude, bro. So if they ain't bagging the truck up, fuck, I'm gonna fight that dude for, man.
For what? Yeah, to get knocked the fuck out on TV.
You can make it mandatory all you want. Fuck them. We gonna go fight somebody in our own promotion, which is why y'all signed them to give me somebody to fight. Yeah, man. So it's harder. It's harder for these guys, but it's accomplishment. When they get it, they got it. It was real. Look at Regis' path to the title. Look at the people Shock fought. You know, Shock. I think Shock got a loss, right? A loss.
A loss and a draw, I think.
So, motherfuckers, that be they get out, right? Oh well, motherfucker, you ain't gonna fight him because you gonna lose. That's your problem, and you ain't being forced to fight him. You walking around with a #1 contender for fucking 2-3 years. That's proof positive. Nobody don't want to fight you, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Nobody don't want to fight you, bro. It's a problem. So, but like we said earlier, bro, each man got his own story, bro. So you gotta stay on your note, bro. You can't get caught slipping. And when they do fuck up and call you and say, you know, hey, Joe, I got this 47. This kid won't stay in shape. And we paying them or whatever, man. You got a 40. You got a 40 over there? Yep. I got a kid that's 13-0. His name is Eduardo Garcia, man. We'll come get him off of y'all fucking We'll come get them off your stable for you if you give them a package after.
Right.
Come get this motherfucker. That's the shit. That's the shit that even boxers don't understand, right?
I never thought of it like that too.
Oh, bro, listen. That's how shit happens, bro. Like if I got, that's why you got to be careful who you with, man, and kind of be like, all right, what's the plan? How we doing it? Because you'll sign a deal thinking you gonna get a push, but really you just a poker chip, bro.
Yeah,
I'm gonna give Isaac to Al for this guy so that it opens the door for Lazaro with this guy. Nah, that's some ugly shit. Nobody don't want to hear that shit, right?
Yeah.
Now, here's the truth though. What if that's your end, Isaac? What if that's your end? In other words, you needed them motherfuckers to think you a poker chip and you gonna come down here and lose.
And show up.
And it's on you and your coach to say, you know they trading us off to get Eduardo this or Lazaro this spot over here, right? Yeah. You know what we gotta do, right? Yeah. Let's go fuck up all their plans, bro. Let's go fuck up all their plans. That's how boxing works, bro. That's how the shit works, and people don't like to talk about it, but it's true, man. It's true, bro. Some guys in is gonna be that. You know what I'm saying? You got to be almost like like in a mob, a hitman, right? I'm the guy who gets rid of everybody out on one. Or I go get rid of all the guys that what's my man Aaron? Aaron don't want him, or even Fast Eddie. What's that Eddie over there in
Eddie Hearn?
Eddie Hearn. Yeah, Eddie wants to get rid of this kid because he's down here drinking in the pub every fucking night instead of in the gym. All right, I got somebody. We'll get him off for y'all. And that's how you get in, bro, if you're not a blue chip prospect that had a silver medal in the Olympics. You know what I'm saying? That's how the shit works, bro.
Yep.
Right.
That's what it is. This was good shit, fellas.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you
I
for having
appreciate
us on.
y'all coming.
I'm glad I got on here, man. Shit.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. So, any final words before y'all go? Y'all can let people know your social media.
I got you. Well, to anyone that is watching on YouTube right now, just make sure that y'all come out October 6th to Next Fight Up at the ULH Event Center. Eduardo, Lazaro, Ray Ali, myself, Bowie, all of us are going to be fighting on that card. Come out and show some support to some Houston talent and be there, man.
Well said. I hope to see everybody out there on Thursday. I don't got too much else to say. Got to go back to cutting this weight real quick. So don't hit me up unless you got some good words, because I'm probably gonna be in a bad mood here for the next few days.
You're gonna be in your jiffy attitude.
Something like that. So don't fuck with me.
Lazaro, you got a social media or something, bro?
Yeah, my social media is legendary. And I just wanted to thank you guys. I learned a lot, just listening. It's a great experience. So, and like Eduardo and Isaac right now, we got to get that weight cut. I already ran early today. I got to stay disciplined. So, thank you for having me.
Yeah, and thank y'all for coming on, while you couldn't wait. I know it's a rough process, but maybe, helps you take your mind off of
getting that sauna 15 minutes, then jump right out and go get in a cold shower, all cold water for like 3 minutes and keep alternating like that. That shit will just fall off, man. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? I don't know about if y'all been cheating with tacos and shit, but if you cutting, that water's gonna sweat off, bro. It's coming off. Man.
Why is that, Derek? Why can't you just stay in the sauna for 15 minutes, come out 15 minutes? Why the cold shower?
Well,
for your mind?
Is
it for your mind? Is it a mental thing?
No, it actually causes your body to perspire more because that cold water, it's cooling your body, but it ain't gonna cool you so much that it stops the sweat. So it actually, this is I'm gonna tell you who I learned that from. You know them perfecting athlete girls, the ones who fix for Shakur Stevens and all them.
Yeah,
they had hit me off with that because we always did the sauna or the Epsom salt baths.
Mm-hmm.
We don't fuck with the baths no more at all. We don't fuck with the baths no more. And shit, Quentin ain't put a bag on since fucking 10 amateur fights. So yeah, bro, that alternating, bro, that shit'll drop off on you, bro. I'm telling you. Fuck
I
with
know what
it.
I'm doing tomorrow at the gym.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
guess
bro.
I'll try. I
It's
got to
gonna
try
be-
that too because I was doing 5 minutes in the steamer, 10 minutes in the sauna, and I was doing like 3 rounds of it. I'd go 5 and be sitting there for like 45 minutes, and I would drop like 4 or 5
I
pounds
did
of
that
Like
last
water
night.
weight.
Mine was only 3 though.
At the
Yours was
fight
3.
last week, the showers wasn't really getting cool enough in Dallas. So we'd be in the sauna, and
So
that motherfucker go jump in the pool, bro. Boom.
that
And I
Oh,
was just timing for 60 seconds, 1 minute. And then jump back out and go get in the sauna, bro. I'm telling you, it just comes off, bro. It comes off like that.
I got to try
But,
that.
yeah. I
yeah,
think I'm
man.
gonna try that shit tonight. Shit at the 24.
Yeah.
Appreciate y'all, brother. This was
Yeah,
fun.
man. Thank you guys for
Cool.
having us on, man.
All right,
Hey,
y'all have a
guys.
good day. Derek, stay on real quick.
All right.
don't miss it on Thursday.
Yeah, we're not gonna miss it.
I'ma
Oh, I'm
be
gonna
out
be there on Wednesday for the media, and yeah, y'all make sure y'all be there. Bye.
Thank you, Jiffy.
Later.
No problem. Bye.
Later.